A United Airlines jet engine has exploded mid-flight, sending debris hurtling towards homes in the US state of Colorado. Parts of the engine crashed through roofs, other pieces from the Boeing 777 landing on front lawns and a football field.
En route to Hawaii, then this. Mid-air, passengers watch their plane's right-hand engine burning.
Mayday aircraft just experienced an engine failure, needed to turn immediately.
A dash camera capturing the moment it exploded.
Something blew up.
After tearing off the plane, a giant part lands in a Colorado resident's front yard as more metal debris falls like missiles.
Holy I know, grab the dog.
This, the moment locals realised what was falling.
Mila!
Hurry! You need to run!
Taking off from Denver, the Boeing aircraft suffered a catastrophic engine failure just over an hour into the flight to Honolulu. After enduring a terrifying emergency landing, passengers erupting.
Yay!
No one was injured. Praise for the pilots, well deserved.
Eric Prince is best known as the founder of Blackwater Security, a private contractor whose employees were implicated in the killing of 17 Iraqi civilians in 2007. He's also a prominent supporter of former President Donald Trump and brother to former Education Secretary Betsy DeVos. But it's his role in a malicious assault on the internationally recognized government in Libya in 2019 that's now in question. Al Jazeera has seen excerpts of a 121-page report submitted to the UN Security Council and first reported by the New York Times, alleging Prince helped supply a trove of weapons, including attack helicopters, to the military's commander, Khalifa Haftar, in violation of a UN arms embargo on Libya.
As expected, the court has upheld his prison sentence. They've slightly reduced the time he will spend in jail, reduced it by about 6 weeks, so he'll be spending 2.5 years in prison, but absolutely no surprises there. As he has done at previous hearings, Mr. Navalny used his appearance in court today as a sort of political platform. He wasn't really defending himself. He wasn't really asking for this decision to be rethought by the judge. He was saying that he wants Russia to be free.
Barely had a protest march started near the airport when this happened. An intense firefight between government forces and pro-opposition fighters. The demonstration had been called by opposition presidential candidates and was being led by some of them. They included Somalia's former Prime Minister Hassan Khaire and opposition leader Abdirahman Abdi Shakur Warsame. They are angry about delays in holding a presidential election and the continued stay of Mohamed Abdullahi Farmajo in the top post after his term expired 2 weeks ago. The opposition blames government forces for provoking the fight.
Over to Spain, and people in Barcelona gathered for a fourth consecutive night of protests over the jailing of rapper Pablo Hasél, while political responses to the disturbances strained relations inside the country's coalition government. Protests over the imprisonment has turned violent when the protesters set fire in the streets of Barcelona. Dumpsters were burnt, demonstrators smashed the window of a bank in the city centre. Thousands of people joined the marches, but the violence appeared to come from a smaller group. 2 banks were attacked in Barcelona. Some people broke into 2 bank branches and tried to set a fire inside, while others vandalized and ransacked stores. The police said that some protesters pelted officers with bottles, stones, fireworks and paint in Barcelona.
Now to farm security. In South Africa, recorded 63 farm murders in 2020. That's compared to 45 farm murders in 2019. Now, farm attacks decreased to 382 compared to 2019. Minority rights group AfriForum has released the latest farm attack and murder statistics.
Now, the Indonesian capital has been hit by severe floods after a heavy overnight downpour. Thousands of people were forced to evacuate and move to emergency shelters in the south and eastern areas of Jakarta. Close to 1,500 residents were evacuated after floodwaters reached up to 1.8 meters high in some areas. The vehicles have been submerged and residents could be seen wading through almost knee-high muddy waters. Search and rescue teams are evacuating residents in rubber dinghies. Over 200 neighborhoods have been affected already. The Jakarta governor has said that the government has set up more than 24 emergency evacuation centers to assist the people affected by floods. He said that no casualties have been reported as yet. Floods also hit hard in Bekasi, a city east of Jakarta.